Hassan, what have you been doing?
I've been hotboxing.
Hotboxing, huh? Alright, let's start this vlog out.
Let's do it.
What's up, guys?
What is going on, guys?
Alright, so in today's vlog, we got something a little bit different. We have a question and answer video for you.
You guys been asking for a long time, and we finally get to shoot one.
Yep, we finally got all three of us in the house at the same time, in front of a table and camera to shoot this video for you. So get ready for all your questions and all your dreams to come true.
Yes.
Action! That'll be the continuation. Good evening and welcome to the 7 o'clock news. All right, guys, we're here for the Q&A question.
The highly awaited Q&A that you've all been dreaming of seeing for the past, 10 days or so, that we've been delaying because we all have very busy lives. Not really. I just woke up an hour ago.
Exactly.
All right, he's back. How's the hair?
It's fucking bad. I know.
Where
I
are you
can't
going?
find It's fucking. I don't know.
Okay, so we've been getting tons of small questions here and there, so we thought
like 5.
we'd just compile all of these questions into one concise video.
Very concise video.
Here we go. Ready? Who's got question 1?
I have a question for Darkon.
All right.
Where do you get your hair done?
It's
Next question. Brandon Hernu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly or not. If I'm not, I'm sorry. Can you please stop vaping? You're distracting me.
That's it. No,
I'm being triggered. He asks, would you ever come to Europe? Would we ever come to Europe, guys?
Yeah.
I'm hella down.
Soon.
If we had the money.
Yeah, if we had the funds to go to Europe, we'd go. But clearly, we have too much expensive camera gear. We waste money on stupid lights,
Microphones.
consoles everywhere, microphones, monitors. All the jazz that we have. So
It's because, priorities.
next question from Brian Dips. What is your favorite car, my dude? My personal favorite car is a Nissan GTR. What about you guys?
You know.
We already know what he likes.
It's a Q60.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit Q60,
Yeah,
and then
Mercedes Benz.
any Mercedes Benz.
AMG though. AMG.
Yeah.
Any Mercedes AMG C300.
Anything that Mike
C300 AMG.
Anything that Mike Kubler touched with his hands or his penis.
Yeah, Mike
he'll
Kubler.
take it.
Блять, Майк Клубер, блять, братишка, нахуй. Респект, нахуй. Engine там собирает в гараже, блять.
Alright. Next question, Josh. You got a question for us?
So, what's this guy's name? For Realism?
It's Forza Realism, you idiot.
Forza Realism.
He's one of those people who plays on Forza and takes photos on it. Shout out to him.
Forza Realism. Sorry, I got your name wrong. So you see and shoot a lot of amazing cars, but what's the best car you've ever driven? Let's start with you.
McLaren 675 LT. That was one hell of a car. Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, sorry you guys weren't there. I had to go with the Snowflake Aaron. That's a GTR.
Пидорас. TFTI, нахуй.
Alright, your turn.
Probably the Nismo GTR. Or, no, it was Danny's GTR, right?
Yeah,
Danny's old
horsepower?
GTR that had like
Does this question ask what's the fastest car we've driven? Or
The
what's
best.
I still take the Nismo over that one. That one was kind of janky.
It was the fastest.
It was very fast. You just tap it a little and it's gone. But the Nismo
Yeah.
felt a lot more refined and just like more solid.
That's true.
What about you?
What's yours?
I'm thinking.
Yeah, Cadillac Escalade, you know what I'm saying?
Is it really?
No.
What have you driven? I don't even know if you've driven anything.
Not really.
Cadillac Escalade.
Yeah, Cadillac Escalade. I'm gonna be Cadillac Escalade.
Oh, no, he's driven Aaron's C63.
that was
counts,
fun.
right?
That was fun. Yeah.
Oh, that 4x4 that I drove was pretty fun too. Remember that day?
The 4x4.
Remember when we were mobbing it? You were there. No, Belt. When we picked it up from the.
Oh, that one.
Oh yeah.
That was a good
fun.
day.
That was nice.
The Mercedes
Yeah, that was
4x4
fun.
is pretty fun too. Gets a lot of looks and attention, you know. And we will pick some gangsters in there, slapping Russian music and smoking vape. All right, next question. Darkhan, go.
Cars by Taylor asking, "Hey man, love the pics today. I was just wondering what camera would you recommend to start taking photos? And also, do you study photography and editing, or are you self-taught?" I'm got the camera 415 taught, and
Yeah, these are both my students. You know,
so
they took
went
my
to the
my
school,
training
yeah.
class for 6 weeks.
For only $20,000.
Yeah, only $20,000.
That's very cheap.
And
That's
you can
how
also
you
be
can
his friend
afford
at
all
the
the
end,
gear.
too.
Yeah, you get a friend. You basically earn a friendship out of it as well.
And what camera would you recommend to start taking photos? I'll
Well,
get
the
like
camera I
80.
would recommend, 6D Mark II.
This is
First
like-
camera.
But
That's-
it's
Doesn't
kinda-
matter what you had before. You buy a 6D Mark II. Just drop the 2K and you're good.
But it's
Honestly, it doesn't really matter about the camera.
Just
it's all
get a
about
good
the
lens.
If you have one good overall all-around lens, you'll be set. But it just depends on your budget. Like for $2,000, I'd get this bad boy probably, or maybe even like a A7 or 2. Can you get those for $2,000 now?
I think it's just over
a
2,000.
little over.
All right, so if you want to, do some side work on the street, make some more extra, $200, whatever, you can go pick up an A7 R2. But honestly, for $2,000, I'd get this.
Yeah, and lens is expensive for Sony's too.
Yeah,
That is
lenses.
true.
Yeah, lenses for Canon are a bit cheaper than Sony, but I mean, this has everything you need: touchscreen, tilty, flippy screen, 25 megapixels, does the job well. But yeah, it's all about. Just depends on your budget. Do your research. Go on Google. Yeah, make sure you just get a good lens because that's really all that matters.
Okay,
You
next.
gonna leave me hanging?
Oh, I did not even see you doing that. Okay, we got a big question here.
Oh my
from-
God!
That's
Show
a
them
real
how
big
big this question
question.
is.
This is from Street Dream Photography.
Keep dreaming.
Get ready for this. Do you ever find yourself focusing too much on trying to get just the right shot or angle, and it comes to a point you're not even enjoying it anymore? I know you've been doing it for a while, and I was wondering if the love for automotive photography was still there. Do you enjoy doing other photography more than automotive? Thanks, and I hope to hear your answer.
That's
is
a very good question. You're going far in life, my man.
You
You
are.
actually put it. What? Did you say you
Yes.
won't?
I said you are.
I thought you said you won't.
You are.
No balls.
No, you won't. Just won't. We already know.
All right, you guys can start off by answering this. I need to reread this.
Well, for me, I wouldn't say I'm a huge car photographer. Yeah, my page is just cars, but
Yeah, neither am I.
I'd more enjoy like
Landscapes.
going out somewhere really cool, taking nice landscape photos.
Yeah, I think-
I'm not that good at it.
I think that's all. I think all
Yeah.
three of us agree on that. We all prefer doing landscape photography more than automotive, but it takes a lot of work, like finding unique spots that people haven't gone to yet. Because if you go to our landscape pages, we just post the same shit that everyone else does.
Yep, San Francisco.
Yeah, and like we don't have time or like money to go. Well, yeah, it's mainly time. We don't have time to go explore places like Washington or Utah or whatever, where these people are going to, the Grand Canyon and all these like cool spots, Iceland, Europe, to get like unique shots that people are getting. And also like every time that we do try to go do landscape photography, it seems that we get really unlucky with like weather conditions.
Yeah,
Like
every
that is
time.
true.
the lighting is
Every
garbage,
time.
the sunsets are not fire. And then like a day that we're free and doing absolutely nothing, just sitting around here at the
sun's fire and
crib, we
everything's
just look out
perfect.
the window and it's like burning outside and it's just like, fuck, So we definitely prefer landscapes more over automotive, but I don't know. Automotive photography has been going well for us, so we just keep doing it. That's that. And what else did he ask?
It was like, do you get tired of shooting cars because you've shot so many of them?
Yeah, we definitely do get tired of shooting cars. Like we go to the same spots a lot, and we shoot the same cars a lot, so that's why.
Well, you shoot a lot of interesting cars.
Well, when
I
it's an
shoot all the
engine-
same
Yeah,
cars.
these two
we
shoot
shoot all the
a
same
lot,
cars.
yeah.
That's just the people we know.
And
He's
I
the
shoot-
one who gets paid. For
Yeah, I'm the one who does get some money.
All right, do you have a question, sir?
Yes. This question comes from Cool Cars Weekly. How did you meet some of the owners of the cars you shoot? You want to start us off?
I'd say in the very beginning it was car events. We'd go to Cars and Coffee,
Yeah.
meet some kids who have expensive cars, talk with them. They know other people, so we get linked up with them.
Yeah, it's like a domino effect.
Exactly.
And then
so
I
it's just
met
linking up with other
Yeah,
people.
and I met SFGTR and shot with him the first time, and then me and him started going to his like little car meets at Westlake, and other owners would be there. So we met like one of our good friends, Brian, there, AMG Brian on Instagram, Jay, GTR, Danny Pack with the Nismo who let us drive his car. Just like a lot of the people that we are really close with now, we just met them back in the early days when we were first starting off. And then just networking, talking with people. You just got to be a normal person. Like, you don't approach someone who has a nice car and be like, yo, dude, what do you do for a living? How do you make money to afford this car? It's just like, hey, nice car, you know? How much power does it have? You know, just talk with them. Like, what year is this? You know, what color is this? Shit like that. You make normal conversation and then maybe you get a number, tell them you're a photographer, start shooting with them, you know? Stuff like that. Just don't approach people and be like, yo, dude, where do you work? How much money do you make? How do you afford this thing? Can you hire me? Shit like that, you know? You guys have anything else to say about how to meet owners?
Well, a lot of times it's once you get in, you meet one person and then that one person knows a bunch of other people.
Chain reaction.
And if you're good, like if you're a good photographer, he'll introduce you. Or if you're just a good friend, he'll introduce you as well. Be like, hey, this is my friend Daniel. He's a
decent photographer.
Hang out.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's also a really good photographer. So if you need some pictures of your car, hit him up.
That happens a lot too. Like we have a friend, that Indian restaurant that we always eat at, Asif, he always recommends us to like his clients who have nice cars. Like we'll come to the restaurant, we'll eat, and he's like, hey Daniel, come meet these people, they have a nice car, and you know, maybe you can shoot some time. So it's just all about networking. One person leads on to the next, and it'll be a chain reaction. And once you get your name out there, you honestly won't have to do any more work. People will just be like spreading your name for you and stuff.
All right,
cut this out.
We have the most important question in this video.
Yes.
How well does Fortnite run on Mac?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Awful.
On a Mac, natively?
Mac OS?
Don't even go there.
Yeah, we both tried it.
Yeah, if you want to play on Mac, like on a MacBook,
what does that mean?
Boot camp.
Okay, so we tried running Fortnite in Mac OS on both of our MacBook Pros. It was terrible. We get like 2 frames per second. But then we installed Windows via Boot Camp on both of our computers. And voila, it runs perfectly, 60 FPS, no problem.
No problem, 60 FPS.
I know,
stable.
So it's like, what are they doing? They didn't even try.
Yeah, what is Steve Jobs doing up in heaven? Nothing.
No, not Steve Jobs. Epic Games. Okay, next question.
Brian88 asks, when did you start to like cars? I've liked cars since I was like a little kid. I was always fascinated by Ferraris and Lamborghinis and just cool exotic cars like that. What about you?
I mean, I wasn't very into cars before I met Daniel.
Definitely.
So I met him one night, and then we decided to go to Cars and Coffee like the next week.
Yeah,
I started taking pictures of them because we were kind of into that.
Yeah, we were already into photography, and I was like, you should start taking photos of cars. Your photos are nice. Mm-hmm. And then we just started going to events.
They're just interesting to take pictures of.
Yeah, they're angular. You know, they're different shapes and sizes. They sound different. Mm-hmm. You know, they're technologically advanced. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like.
The next question is, how do you block the road without getting in trouble?
Well, we carry around a set of about, I think, 10 very large cones in the back of my Lexus or Josh's Infiniti, and we just block the road off wherever we go. You know, we don't give a fuck. We put cones up everywhere. We wear bright yellow or like lime green jackets.
I don't have Farcada security. Just
and we have
scaring people
we
away.
have a fake piece of paper that says we have a permit from the city to block off the road, and that's it.
We just tell people to go off road. You know, go on the gutter. You know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The sidewalk. Drive on the sidewalk. Go around.
Go around.
It doesn't matter what car you have. Even if it's Lamborghini, go on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
we're shooting right
Yeah, we're shooting. This is more important than you or anything that you have to do. So, sorry.
Exactly.
But in all honesty, we don't actually block the roads off. Anywhere that we shoot that looks like a road, it's usually like a really quiet road where there's barely any traffic, and if a car does pass through, we just get out of the way and let them get through, and then we get back to what we're doing. All right, next.
What camera?
What camera do we use?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the most common question.
Yeah, this is the most frequently asked question. This is probably like 25% of my DMs, emails. You start off.
Me?
Yeah, he has had a lot of cameras.
I've had a few cameras. The one that I have right now is an A7R III. That's what we're shooting this on. So you can be the judge of the quality there.
And what lenses do you use?
16-35, you know, for the wide angles and landscapes. And
rollers.
That's pretty much it. 35, 50, I use those for cars and portraits. 85 sometimes for cars, mostly for portraits. And 7200 for those longer range pictures, you know. That pretty much covers everything I do. He uses a 24-70 over here if you want to see that.
Which we don't own because we don't need that range.
That's 24 to 70 on a Canon there.
That's a really good lens if you're just like, if you can only have one overall lens for any type of photography, that's the lens to get. Cars, portraits, landscapes, astros, real estate, whatever you want to do, that's the lens. It's got a pretty good range. f2.8, so low light is covered. But if you're just doing strictly cars, I'd probably get like a 24 to 105 because it has image stabilization built in, and it's got that extra 35 millimeters of zoom. So just depends what you're doing. And then what camera do you shoot on?
My photography is shot on Canon 6D Mark II with a 2470 f2.8, and all my video work that you see on my page is
This guy.
it is Sony A7S2 and the one and only 1635 f4. I want to upgrade to the lens he has and actually shooting right now. It's a 35-1.4, really nice lens.
Very sharp.
As you can, you're the judge.
Yeah, you'll be the judge of this video. Leave a comment down below. You know,
if
let
this
us know.
lens is any good and the camera is all the setup, just
let us know if the quality of this video is
on point.
And then I use
What do you use?
I use a 5D Mark IV. Started off with the 60D 5 years ago in high school. Then I had a 6D, which wasn't too bad. The 60D was awful. Looking back at it, it was garbage. He has one as well, or had one as well.
Yeah, the 60D was.
Yeah, it was not good. It was cool at the time, but looking back and like where we are now, it's garbage. And any other gear? Do we have any other gear to discuss? Videos are shot on the Ronin M.
Ronin M. This is what we use for
all those smooth
tracking shots and everything like that.
Gets the job done with the Sony. And then you also have the little handheld.
What was it? Zion stabilizer.
Yeah, it's a little handheld one. So if you're really lazy,
it's not about lazy. It's about portability. I travel a lot.
Travel a lot.
Yeah, I go back home a lot sometimes.
I go back
sometimes
home a lot.
I go to St. Petersburg.
Sometimes. Every now and then.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah.
But you know why if you're watching this video. This is your fault.
Do you have another?
Yeah, I have one. I'm looking to upgrade to 6D Mark II soon. How do you like the camera? What lenses do you normally use? Any input would be helpful. 6D Mark II, if you want to upgrade, that's a great camera for the money. And I see more and more YouTubers making reviews of that camera and actually pointing that out, that this camera is really, really good. Especially, apparently this camera is pretty good for some vlogging and YouTube. But I mainly use this camera for photography reasons. And
it's a solid camera.
Yeah,
it's a baby 5D Mark IV, which is what I have.
Basically, yeah. If you just try to compare, like, you take the same picture on both cameras, it's probably like gonna be like 90% the same.
Yeah. I mean, if Darkon's using it, it'll probably be like
10% the same, 10%, maybe 5, you know.
But if
he's gonna be using
both
like
cameras,
two
they'll be
cameras,
identical. Honestly, I could
be the same quality.
Yeah, I could have went with this camera, but I just wanted to go all out, balls deep, balls to the walls.
Why does it take so long to focus? You'll be seeing some new videos on our channel, some new vlogs, hopefully. We're working on making them more interesting. They're kind of boring right now, we know.
We're trying to get some more exciting content, so make sure you click that sub button.
Please,
so
subscribe.
like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. We'll put our Instagrams here just in case you don't know them already. And that
wraps it up.
That is the end.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Oh yeah, Farhad, do you want to be shouted out as well? Do you want some followers, Farhad?
No. Shout out to Triple F.
Yeah, shout out to Triple F over
his
here.
Instagram is Triple F with cars.
We'll link his
Triple F.
We'll link his Farhad below. We'll link his Instagram below.
Below, not in the video.
All right, that wraps it up for this video.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What is he doing?
What is he doing?